Is it working? Hopefully it's working. I guess last time my microphone became uninstalled for some reason. Hopefully it's working now. So let me go over, I'm going to go over these other trailers just because people asked me to. And I'm going to talk about, I guess, these other trailers. First of all, before I get into the May trailer, um, I just fell asleep. I'm not watching it. Just, I time traveled. I'm not watching that shit. So the thing I was talking about the Kai thing, though, an example was so here's an example of like a Shin Akuma, which again they took it out of later games, but just this was just like I would show it that it still worked in like newer games, but it's more of like a combo video thing. So Kai does air fireball right here, Shin Akuma's, then he air dashes in, then I cancel the landing recovery, so I don't have the recovery of the air fireball, blah 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 blah. So that was just me showing it's still possible in XR, but up to slash, you could actually do it as like kind of like legit strategies because you could do it so low to the ground, but you only had a few frames to do it. But so right there, I had done an air dash. So here's an idea that I think you might be able to do in the next game, just to show, right? So here's an example of me using the time freeze to combo in and out of a Shinakuma, right? So you see what I'm doing right there? You can watch the whole combo if you want. Like I said, I guess here's the whole combo, boom, 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 boom. RC, the game slows down, allows me to combo in and out of a Shinakuma, right? So, and you better call it a Shinakuma because I came up with it. So anyway, so basically an idea of what I'm getting at is that you could potentially do in the game is say, man, who knows? Maybe you could like, man, what would be something crazy? Let's say even as just like a regular combo. Say you run in, you hit the guy a few times, then you RC, the game slows down, right? So then you combo into the Shinakuma. Since it looks like Shinakuma, the fact that they showed the Shinakuma working so low to the ground is scary because again, there's only ever a few other people that have ever done that I've seen. You know what I mean? So it's scary to think that an advanced tactic is now an easy tactic, but especially considering that they basically took it out of newer games, besides like combo video shit like I showed. But assuming it works really low to the ground, right? So run in, combo the guy. You freeze the game. You do a Shinakuma, right? You Shinakuma. Since the fireball hits, they're now electrified. You air dash in, you combo, you do a few hits, then you could go into, say, an RED kick. The RED kick was electrified, so now you can link off it. Then say, who knows, maybe after that, you do a super fireball. The guy gets electrocuted again. You run back in. You do an RED kick combo. You are now allowed to link after the RED kick because since it's electrified again. Then you link into a new slashing move. It electrocutes the guy. The guy is now knocked down on the ground. Then you have to establish, does the stun dipper, when it hits off the ground, keep that electrified property? Since we haven't seen anyone try it yet, that's going to be one of the first things I try. Say if it keeps the guy electrified on the off the ground, it knocks the guy down again, even as an off the ground move. Then, since the guy's stunned longer, then you do another combo, blah blah blah. Hopefully, you get what I'm getting at, right? Or you could just maybe he has a loop with the Shinakuma and RC since it freezes the game, right? That's the kind of shit I'm thinking of. Seems very simple to me, right? What did I think about the Axel trailer? Did anything stick out to me
Control
about
the flow of the
Axel?
mattress with long reach.
I mean, he's more interesting than May, I guess. This is what stuck out about it to me though when I watched this. So you know how I showed in these other betas that it looked like there was almost no landing recovery off of like blocking in the air. So this does show like boom, like where does it happen? Excuse me. He blocks it, boom. He's still looks like he's blocking for a good while. I mean, he's got a good amount of blocks then when he lands, right? Which didn't really seem to be the case in the beta with a lot of things, right? So who knows if it's only certain properties, who knows if it's less. But I'm glad that I actually saw that because again, there wasn't much to discourage chicken guarding. It looked like in these other betas. It only took them 4 fucking betas, right? I know they showed this too. This is just kind of sad 'cause it's like, well, I think, hey, look, he's got the Tiger Knee loop back, but it's like, yeah, but the guy just gets stuck to the air, so it's like, so anybody could do it. It's like it takes no timing, so I wasn't very impressed. But hey, that kind of shit is back in the game. What did I think about Chip? I mean, I think Chip. I mean, you can watch me talk over it, I guess. I don't want to watch the whole thing, but I think the chip is. I'm sure you've watched it, right? If you watch it, I think the chip looks cool. Like I said, I think chip, even in XR, like I said, I don't like XR because XR was generally not a progressive game. like I said before, even in XR, Chip was one of the few characters that was kind of a progressive take on the character. So he was like interesting to me, right? And Chip in this, he looks like, I'm not super horny about the Gamma Blade being like that, but I think he looks like a progressive take on Chip, and I actually would have liked to see this game add EX characters because Chip is a character that has had enough variations of him that you could easily stick in a EX Chip as a separate character. I think because I think he looks pretty interesting in this game, right? The main thing that I was thinking about this though, and I talked about this before, so this isn't new. Since it shows if you get hit, if the Bushin clone gets a hit, he gets hit. I'm wondering what happens because they have the new like alpha counter. When you alpha counter, the guy gets frozen as well. So I'm actually wondering though, if say he, even if you hit, well, let's just say that's not even into the alpha counter for now. If you hit that, if you RC, do you have enough time? Does the Bush and clone count as being hit in the freeze bubble that it gives you enough time to run in and combo him? Or if you were to just alpha counter a Gamma Blade from full screen, will that freeze time freezing the clone also freeze Chip, allowing you to run in and combo? That's what I thought when I saw that. So that was my stomach rumbling. Sorry. Um, what else do we have? I don't think there was much shown. Besides that, like I said, he looks interesting, right? I mean, he looks like one of those characters that honestly, I don't really know. They said the beta there's only going to be open for a little bit to play versus the computer, I guess. And I'm not actually super horny to play people, versus online with that the stupid terrible lag. Like, I don't know why they're fucking beta. Why are they beta testing the game and then saying that we're going to be using a different netcode for the final product? That seems very fucking weird to me. But anyway, like I said, yeah, Chippy looks interesting. Like I said, he was one of the only characters that looked interesting in the first place, though. So there wasn't really much to say about it. I mean, I'll try him out, but like I said, I think he looks interesting. Okay. And then finally, Potemkin, blah blah blah. Was there anything interesting? The only thing I thought about this is they showed. What did they show? They showed the heat grab can still be blocked in there at some point, right? When does it block it? Did the guard Tokiwa do? Yeah, right there. So I'm wondering though, can you RC that since the guy is in that pushback thing? If you RC it, can you then combo him? Does that make sense? I mean, that did a fair chunk of block damage. That did do block damage. So then if you RC, do you get a free combo? Since the dude is like that? I mean, that's what I thought when I looked at it, right? I mean, I don't know anyway. Not really much to say besides that kind of shit, but anyway, comes out tomorrow, I guess. We'll see what's going on. I'll try some shit out. Hopefully, I can do some cool stuff versus the computer. Try out some of these ideas, right? I mean, seems simple enough, right? Chip, who knows? I would like to try Chip. Oh, and of course, it looks like can everyone air dash cancel? Like, I can't. I don't know if that's been established yet. I mean, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting right now. So, anyway, simple shit, I guess. Let's see if it all works, then.